Hello friends, welcome to Study Track. In this video, today I am going to discuss with you some of the analytical questions for class 10th S.S.T. Let's see some of the analytical questions. The first one is from economics. Reena works in railways and Seema works on construction site. If both of them want loan, for whom will it be easy to get loan from formal sector and why? This question, the answer would be that Reena will be able to get the loan because she may arrange the collateral in a better way. And then you have to write the difference between formal and informal sectors in this answer. Let's see another question from the same chapter. Swapna falls in debt trap due to poor monsoon. What can government do to help a poor farmer like Swapna? The answer to this question would be that government can create opportunities for her by providing her inputs like fertilizers, seeds and irrigation facilities. Government can develop infrastructural facilities in the village. Government can provide easy credit facilities and government can open some small scale industries to help her. Let's see one more analytical question. In Kerela, 80% people use ration shops, while in Jharkhand, only 8% people do. Who would be better off and why? In this question, you can see that you have to answer related to Human Development Index. Naturally, it will be in Kerala, people would be better off because they will have better health facilities and they will be able to get food at concessional rates due to ration shops. While in Jharkhand, the availability of food would be less. So people in Kerala would be better off. Now let's see another question from globalization. Why did Indian government remove trade barriers after 1991 and what was its impact? In this question you have to write that government removed trade barriers after 1991 because it wanted to develop the competitive spirit among the Indian industries, and we adopted the policy of globalization and liberalization, and its impact was that Indian industries became more competitive and they wanted to bring about more improvement in themselves. Let's see one question from civics. What lessons do we get from the experiences of Belgium and Sri Lanka? And its answer would be that Belgium adopted power sharing which averted conflict and set model for the world, and Sri Lanka adopted majoritarianism which led to the civil war in the country. And discuss in detail the power sharing and majoritarianism in this answer. Let's see another question from civics. Restructuring the center-state relationship is an important way in which the Indian federalism has been strengthened in practice. Explain. So you have to write the answer. Center-state relations have undergone a great change after 1991 and now more regional parties have become important in politics and state powers no more are undermined by the center. So it has led to strengthening of federalism in India. Here is another question of civics. How has political expression of gender division helped the later? The answer is women political participation has increased, especially in Panchayati Raj in India, and as a result of this, women related issues find a place in discussion, and you can discuss about the percentage of women public participation in India and compare it with the world. Here is one more question from civics. Combination of politics and social divisions are very dangerous. Explain. In this answer, you have to write that it's true that politics and social division when they combine is dangerous, but it can have both the effects, positive and negative. For example, in Northern Ireland and Yugoslavia, it had negative impact, while in Netherlands, it had a positive impact. Next question from civics is, why is democracy the best form of government? And its answer is, democracy is the best form of government because it promotes equality, it enhances the dignity of citizens, it allows the room to correct the mistake, it forms a method to solve the conflicts, and it produces accountable, legitimate and responsive government. From the last chapter of civics, one more important question is, what are the broad guidelines to be kept in mind while devising ways and means for political reforms? Its answer is that for devising political reforms, it should be made clear that who will implement the reforms and how. Then it must be clear that people should be involved in decision making, and then The reform should be meant in such a way that it should not be counterproductive. Dear friends, one more question is, how are complaints treated as testimony to success of democracy? So the answer of this question is that as long as people are complaining, it is a proof that democracy is successful, because if people will complain, so government will look into this matter and try to solve the problem. So if people are complaining, it means that the democracy is successful and it will strengthen. So I have discussed some of the analytical questions from economics and civics portion. All of you know that about 15% of the question paper is quite difficult because it is meant for excellent students. So don't get afraid of this and try to write the answer if any question is asked.